Hello everyone. Today I'm giving you a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful from Monday, the 29th of November 2021. In this episode, Deacon and Ridge have like a big quarrel in the cabin where Hope lives. And Ridge wants Brooke to back him up to get Deacon off the property and out of Hope's lives. Hope and Deacon are at the cabin and, they're having coffee or tea. And Ridge and Brooke are at the main house and they're talking about Deacon. And also, another interesting thing happens in this episode. Hope walks in on Steffi and Liam talking about her and Deacon. So, you remember in a previous episode when Hope was talking to Finn about Sheila? Basically the same thing happened but in a different way with Hope walking in on Steffi talking to Liam. So it's like, yeah. So at the main house, Brooke and Ridge are together. Brooke is pouring Ridge a cup of coffee, I imagine. And I love how Ridge just always says, how do you do that? How do you do that, you know? How do you just get more beautiful every day? Like, I love when he says that. Oh, he's so in love with her. I can tell he just always says that and she's always flattered. And then she's all like, I can say the same thing about you. You're so handsome, my sexy husband. Yeah, so they're talking and then she mentions, basically I think she was getting into like maybe staying in bed or like maybe some sexy moments or something. And then she talks about Hope going off to the office or something, and then Ridge just gets really strange looking and he says, I really don't get why Hope wants to be in Deacon's life. I don't understand why she keeps bringing him and talking to him. And Brooke is all like, she can't really tell Hope what to do. Hope is a grown woman. And Ridge says, Deacon shouldn't be allowed to come here even if it was Hope wants, because they have rights too and it's their property, they live there too, so basically if they don't want him there then he shouldn't be there. So Ridge and Brooke basically fight about that. And then Ridge says to Brooke, you need to tell Hope how you feel. Like, being with Deacon was the most humiliating or like embarrassing moment for you in your life. You need to explain that to her. Maybe she'll get it and stop talking to Deacon. Back at the cabin, Hope and Deacon are together. They're having a coffee. Deacon says to Hope that, don't worry, I made sure that Ridge didn't see me. I came in, discreetly. And Deacon is like, oh, thank you so much for having me in your life. It means a lot to me and all of that. They're talking about basically him being accepted into the family, Deacon. Hope is saying that, Liam is going to come around. They're going to accept you. Just, keep trying and keep showing up and keep just showing them that you've changed and you're better now. And Hope basically just gives him encouragement and says that it's totally possible that Liam's gonna come around and so will Brooke and maybe eventually Ridge as well. Then it goes to the Forrester Creation office with Steffi and Liam talking about their daughter Kelly, and he's saying that she's kind of bossy, the daughter's bossy, kind of like the mother, which is Steffi. And they just kind of have a laugh about that. Then, of course, they talk about Deacon and Hope and that they really don't like that Deacon is a part of the family and Hope wanting him to be part of the family. And Steffi says, it must be like a really hard time for you in your marriage. And she's basically telling Steffi's telling Liam, don't let Hope put so much strain in your marriage by wanting the relationship with Deacon and whatnot and whatnot. Steffi's telling Liam, you need to put your foot down with Hope, you need to do this and that. And then Hope walks in. Hope walks in. She was listening at the door. Like, these doors are just not soundproof at all. So Hope stands there for a while outside the door listening to Steffi and Liam talk. And then she bursts in the door and says, oh, you know what I really don't like? I really don't like that you and Liam are talking and you're telling Liam things that could like interfere with my marriage. Basically the exact same thing that Steffi said to Hope when she was talking to Finn. Oh, and then back at the cabin, Deacon was there. He asked Hope if he could have stayed to make a few phone calls and whatnot. And then Deacon was actually just like snooping a bit, looking at pictures. I think he opened a drawer to know what he wanted to try and find. And then Ridge bursts into the cabin and says to Deacon, "You have to get out of here," and he pulls him by his collar, and he was dragging him out of the cabin. And then Brooke walks in and she says, "What are you doing?" And she has this crazy look on her face, and she's like, and Ridge says, "I'm dragging him out of the property." And Brooke is like, she's just totally stunned. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened on The Bold and the Beautiful on Monday the 29th of November 2021. And if you want to see the full episode, I actually found a great site that's totally free without any ads and stuff. I'll leave a link in the description and the pinned comments that you can just go look at the full episode yourself and see it. It's totally amazing. Yeah, I'm so glad I found that site. It's so much better because it's totally reliable, and the person posts every single day non-stop and give you updates and stuff about what's going on there. So yeah, check it out. And if you want more recaps, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.